Learning how to use the YouTube. I hit the button and it's showing like if I'm streaming, but I don't know if I'm streaming, so I'm gonna check my overhead monitor. Wow, that's taking forever. I don't know if I'm streaming. Like, why would I start talking about things if I don't know if I'm streaming or not? What if I'm just sitting here and nothing is happening and then I am wasting my breath talking? Let's hit this live button. Okay, it says that I'm live. I don't know. I'm just, I made a video. I'm pretty sure I'm throwing some people off, but I don't care. This garbage makes me mad. And we're in a situation where MAGA's out here coming out here like, oh, they're inciting political violence. Oh, no political violence. And then they themselves are choosing to incite political violence. I don't see people on the left really inciting political violence. But I see MAGA inciting political violence and then telling people not to incite political violence right after or while inciting political violence. And I have a problem with that. So I just made a little video. I tried to make it into a short. I don't know why I didn't post as a short on YouTube. And I made a different version of this sticker that says against all enemies, foreign and MAGA. So this is the crap that comes up on my feed when I go in to manage my business account. I was making cute animal stuff before the election, and now we're here. To me, this is an incitement of political violence. This is a slogan that MAGA has been using. Other than that, I'm on eBay. I'm just not even... I'm sure it's the exact same crap over on Amazon, but I don't even want to touch that website with a 500-foot pole. So, we've got some neutral content. I still don't think it's okay because that... Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Okay, this is for if the nation needs to defend itself against a threat. This bothers me. And what really bothers me is like when... So I found somebody was making stuff like this. And I'm like, I don't like that. But then I looked it up. And I found more shit. These are the people that are saying not to incite political violence. So I'm just going to take some time here to examine the merchandise that MAGA is making and critique it. See, this I don't have a problem with. Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Okay, that is patriotic. These people are just a bunch of grifters. And that's why I'm out here doing this. I would much rather be making cute little like wolves and shit and like selling to somebody's grandma that wants to buy a nice gift for their child. I don't know if there's been some moderation, but last time when I came over here, I seen a bunch of these shirts. So when we want to talk about political violence and inciting violence, that's just how I see this. The first thing that goes through my mind when I see that, I'm not thinking about the Second Amendment. I'm thinking that you're threatening to shoot other Americans. That's how I perceive that. When I see this, I perceive that the intended message behind this at a glance, when I look at something like this, is that the person is implying that they will defend their rights with a gun against all enemies, foreign and Democrat, and I think that the foreign is not the point here. I'm pretty sure that the elaboration in this is on the word Democrat. And that's like half of the population, but I feel like this is inciting Americans to have it in their mind when they're wearing this t-shirt, the idea of shooting other Americans. That's just how I perceive it. I don't see this. That's how I see it. And the fact that there is multiples of this, what does this mean? Please explain. What the fuck is this shit? And I don't think it's funny because, like, we're talking about half of the population. So there's people who don't give a fuck about your extremist views that involve engaging in speech that endorses hurting other people. And I don't think that every American wants to be in the mindset of hurting other people and fighting other Americans. I don't think all of us are here for a fight. I think actually some of us are just fucking born here and this is our country. I'm tired of the hate and the aggression. When I'm trying to use the internet as just a random user and I'm out here doing whatever, I see that there's this group of people that are just being very disgusting and awful towards other people, random strangers. And I think that those people that are doing that, the ones that are approaching strangers and slinging a bunch of insults and cutting people down and being hateful and fucked up towards innocent random ass fucking people, like people's like grandkids and shit, middle schoolers and shit. We got grown ass adults coming out here talking this way to children in school. When I was a child, I didn't have to deal with shit like that. And I don't think that American kids need to be putting up with shit like this. And when we got people shooting motherfuckers, other Americans engaging in domestic terrorism, and I see shit like this, I think that the people who are making shit like this are the ones that are endorsing political violence. So I'm going to be straight up and I'm going to be frank. But I am most likely going to be also duplicating a shirt like this. Do I think that people are going to buy these things? I don't know. There may be some instances where it might be funny. I am making alternative. I'm making my own merchandise. Alongside this shit. I am just now kicking off on this fuck you MAGA. I don't like the shit that you're doing. But this is what they're selling to each other. They're selling each other a form of culture. This is culture. Okay? When somebody's out here running around in this shit, they're identifying themselves as, in my opinion, a part of a gang. I think that MAGA is a fucking gang. It's a terrorist organization. If your ideology is to shoot other Americans, and considering the amount of Americans getting shot by MAGA people and the amount of children getting molested by MAGA people, I perceive this as a terrorist organization and a gang. I don't see it as a political movement. And I don't think that there is any good enough reason to see it as purely politics if what your politics stands for is raping children and shooting other Americans. Fuck you. First of all. So there's that. So I want to talk about the things that I'm seeing out here, man. These people are fucking grifters, yo. They're fucking grifters. This person's content is fairly neutral, except for this shit. But the other content that they're making, why can't you just make content like this? Why can't you make content like coffee and fucking hunting and talking about your tools? Metalheads matter. I like this a lot more. Like, I want to know where these ideas are coming from. Where are people getting ideas like this? That as a graphic designer, this is what you want to make? This is the message that you want to put out in the world? I don't give a fuck. If you took the time to sit there in your design software and create this product, You know, you gotta go in Photoshop, you gotta get it all set up, you gotta make it. And then you gotta put it online. And then you gotta tag it. You gotta put a price on it. You gotta put the pictures. So it takes time. So why is this what you're spending your time on? That's what I'm concerned about. Like, as a graphic designer. Now, the good news is I don't see that this person has made any sales on this item. But as a graphic designer, you know, just as a business person, as a regular, normal fucking human being that's not thinking about shooting other Americans, the rest of what I'm seeing on this individual's timeline is what I think would be more appropriate as a graphic designer. This seems more like healthy, normal things that a person would be making, not shit that is like, from my own perspective, endorses shooting other Americans. Where the fuck do you come up with that idea? So anyways, there's that. It's not funny. I'm not down with this shit that they're doing. There's a whole fucking country here. These people have something wrong with them if this is what how they're treating people. Randomly fucking barraging like young adults and random ass people in the public, like harassing people, engaging in acts of harassment and intimidation towards random ass motherfuckers, random ass people, shooting people, because MAGA is the ones that have been engaging in domestic terrorism. They are the ones that have been shooting people and raping children. I have seen way too many cases of that going through my feet. So who's this individual? Yeah, see, look, this is like more normal looking shit. Is that copyright violation right there? These people are fucking grifters, okay? Make more alien shirts, okay? Alright, we got a white supremacist shirt in this shot. They're trying to play both sides. Who the fuck are you giving your money to when you're giving your money to these people? You know, I mean, I don't give a shit, okay? I don't see this, as a graphic designer, I do not see this as playing both sides. I don't. I do not see it as neutrality. When somebody is going out and they're running around wearing shit like this, I mean, now that I've stared at it for like 2 fucking weeks, 2 weeks of staring at this, then maybe, you know, my mind has kind of understands that this might be a gun rights shirt, but I don't perceive it that way. No, what I first said is what I think that this is how this comes across. That is what I see when I fucking look at that. And so then if I see somebody wearing that, I'm assuming that's somebody that wants to shoot other Americans. That's how I perceive it. That's just what I see in that. So this person, because I'm dealing with a lot of fucked up shit in my personal life right now. So I just made a duplicate of this shirt, or this sticker, because it's faster and easier for me. I don't have time to be focused on content creation. My life is just some ridiculous ass fucking shit show that has been created by this administration. I would not be doing any of this if people would just like leave me the fuck alone. But I guess because I'm female and in the United States, motherfuckers gotta try to steal a bunch of shit from me and try to ruin my fucking life. So then I'm gonna put my energy into trying to do something about this bullshit that I'm being forced to go through. You gonna take my job, then it's my fucking job to fucking fuck you up. This shirt by this same person implies that people who support the Democratic Party are something other than American. That is dehumanization. That is creating an other. That is divisive. It is dangerous speech. It is psychological warfare. It endorses violence. It does, because it's dehumanizing. And I wrote this whole segment on my Substack explaining why dehumanization is an act of war. So as a graphic designer, like, just looking at other designers, these people fucking suck. You fucking suck at what you're doing. And then they make this. They're all trying to act like they're playing on both sides. So you be browsing on the internet. You be on the internet, and then you see something like this, and you don't like Donald Trump, and you want to buy the shirt. You know, calling the president a cunt is a lot fucking different than calling half of the population not American, especially when we have people getting shot. Actually, I think I'm going to go for this. This person's shop looks like a great place for me to fucking make some, I don't agree with what you're doing and don't like what you're fucking doing this. Alright, I got no problem with this. Save America, stop socialism, deport Democrats, okay, whatever. It's offensive, but it's not. It just makes you look like an ass. This, y'all are trying so hard to fucking cash in on this dude's death. It's just disgusting. And with that being said, too, I've been watching a lot of documentaries about the Russian mafia, and I personally feel that Trump and these MAGA people are members of the Russian VOR, the Russian mafia. And I think that the Russian mafia is in charge of the country right now, and you see this person's gonna make money off of these things. And this is one of the schemes that they are running to manipulate the economy. So while we're all struggling, you guys need to remember that these MAGA people are all in on the one big grift. And when they sell shit like this, people give them money. Even if you're trying to pretend, this person's pretending to be neutral. They're not fucking neutral. I'm not gonna be neutral. I have no intention of being neutral. I want to make cool art and not be making political shit. But this is somebody who's making money. Look, they've sold 14,000 items. $14,000 items sold. That don't bother me. That don't bother me. You know, I mean, express your opinion. Be an asshole. I don't understand that shit. But okay. You know, it's one thing to express your political beliefs. It's another thing to incite violence. And that's what I think this is. This is dehumanization of half of the U.S. population and claiming that they're un-American. And from what I've seen, there's some very mentally unstable people. This is not a joke. This is not okay for you to come out here and because this is your club, treat other Americans however the fuck you want. It's making this situation domestically unsafe. And for what reason are you doing it? I mean, people are cashing in on this grift. Are you wanting a war to break out? Do you really want to experience that? You want to experience not having food? Not being able to wash your ass? Losing family members? And people that you care about? That's what I don't understand. Why are these people doing this shit? Because at the end of the day, if they continue to go in this direction, That's what you're probably going to receive. And it's not because of Democrats. It's not other Americans that are the enemy, but whose idea is this? Where is this coming from? And if people are doing this because they're making money being extreme, sometimes there's a point at which you need to look at yourself and decide, is it worth it? Because from my own perspective, that's what it's going to result in. The country is currently being destabilized, and you're endorsing the dehumanization of half of the population. And while you may not understand exactly what you're doing, when people don't perceive others as human, people, innocent people, just like you, don't think you're going to be safe if this is what you're doing. Could get hurt. I mean, from my own opinion, it looks like there's a foreign adversary moving in and they're telling you guys to do this shit. I don't know. There's a handful of you motherfuckers doing some of this shit. Where did this come from? Where did this slogan come from? Other than that, you fucking suck, dude. You know, when I make my own content, I've been trying to come up with my own slogans and let the other person that came up with the ideas initially, like, make their money off of their brilliance. It's not my place to be stepping on somebody else's turf. So I try to come up with original ideas, and I was just seeing these motherfuckers are copycatting each other. They're just parroting all down the pipeline, and that's the kind of shit that the Russian mafia would be doing if they're cashing in on some fucked up shit. So, you know, these are some of the things that I'm looking at. This right here, here's another example. I think this is having a negative impact on the psychology of some of the individuals in society. Like, are there innocent people that are actually buying into these slogans? Are there people who are decent that are actually buying into this shit? Other than that, dehumanization is a tool of trying to do harm. It makes people comfortable with harming one another because they don't see them as just as human. So it's fucked up. I think I'm going to be coming after this next. So, when you give your money to these people, even if you're a MAGA, like, what are you endorsing? Woo. Why is this person making this shit for both sides? This person doesn't care about what they're doing. They just want fucking money. Can we get information on this business? People are buying this shit. They're spending their money on it. They're giving these people money. These guys don't even come up in a Google search. And I know who the providers are that do this shit. you know, what companies these people are manufacturing with, where they're getting their shit printed. I use some of the same printers as these people. And they're claiming their business is in the United States. If I could type. I'm sitting here doing this anyways, and so I figured I would come out here and speak on what it is that I'm seeing. Because I'm sitting here doing it anyways. It'll probably take me a little bit longer since I'm sitting here making a video, but... Alright, so we're going to look at my business. We're just going to do a comparison. So my company is Waterlight Graphics. I'll talk his shit. And my computer's slow. Alright, we're gonna visit profile. We're gonna go to about. Dang, I need to update that shit. I'm gonna separate this page. And I will do that later. It's probably a really good idea. And then if we Google my business. If I could type properly. Watermelon. Dang, dude, my business shows up in the AI overview. Waterline Graphics is an apparent misspelling of Waterline Graphics LLC. Did I spell something wrong? I did. Well, I feel special. I'm all being featured on the AI. Look at that. Got Blue Sky, got Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, something, anything. Anything. You know, if you make a social, it's gonna pop up at the search results. So I just want to say that we don't even know. You don't know if those people in the United States or not. However, I will say though, like, my account does say USA, so I don't know if that's registered based on my address or because obviously I have not updated my bio, which I need to do. So apparently I'm gonna do that later. But these are things to think about. So we're gonna look at another one of these people that's making this shirt that I think endorses shooting Americans. Most of this shit's fairly neutral, and I like this neutral shit a lot better. That don't look like it's fucking endorsing violence. Like, talk shit. Wear your shirt that talks some shit, but all enemies, foreign and Democrat. Democrats are evil. Where is this shit coming from? See, like that, I may not agree, but that's not, this right here, Democrats are destroying America, that does not endorse political violence. Some of the shit these people are doing are fucked up, is fucked up. Other than that, if you guys are gonna come out here and just harass fucking random ass people and people's like school children and shit, and shoot people, and apparently raping kids is like their thing. I mean, there's a reason why Americans are pissed as fuck at anybody who is supporting this MAGA shit. Hey, we got another person that's trying to play the neutral game. I don't care what the fuck you do, as long as you're not supporting fucking political violence. And I don't like what they're doing, and I feel like it's because of what's coming out of the White House, and I feel like some of this shit is being sent down the pipeline, and people are being directed to do this kind of shit, and then all the grifters pick up on it. There's a shit ton of money moving through this shit. Oh, let's look at all that Charlie Kirk shit. These fucking the grifters. Are just shitting this shit out. They are cashing in so fucking hard over this motherfucker's death, dude. In 42 carts. Do people even know what they're supporting? Why are they buying this shit? Is this bots? Is this 42 bots? What is going on here, dude? 166 sold? Who's buying this shit? Why are you buying this shit? You're buying it so you can fit into some group of people, but you're being told to support a man that I don't think these people even know who the fuck they're supporting. I don't think they know what is going on here. Other than that, some of them I think are fucking white supremacists, but look at that. If you want to make some money right now. But then, see, here's the problem I have. Like, I could come out here and I could just take financial advantage of the MAGA people. I'm in a hard up situation financially. You know, that thought crosses my mind. Like, I could just, like, go in the Photoshop and I could figure out what font this is. And then I could type the word freedom, F-R-E-E-D-O-M. And then I could, take his signature and trace it and put it right there. I can do these things. I'm fully capable, but I choose not to. In 431 carts, $13.89. It's only been about a month here. Let's get the calculator. Has it been a month? Has it even been a month? Has it been like 2 weeks? Let's assume that this person is making $3 profit per shirt. And they sold 2,157 of these shirts. This person has made $6,471 selling hate. It doesn't even have a back. Let's duplicate this shirt right now. I'm tired of being broke. Let's go. Oh, I see one with the American flag on it. Ooh, I could just make a whole bunch of these. Oh, look, they even made the font public. Let's see if I have it. I'm gonna get our type tool. Alright, we're gonna type the word freedom. F-R-E-E. Oh, dang. F-R-E-E-D-O-M. Wow, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, you guys. That's a lot of work. Yeah, for me, it's personal. I don't think I have this font installed. Yeah, I don't have it installed. Oh my god. I'm just searching for the font right now. You know what? I'm gonna open up my Suno and we're gonna get some AI music. I'm getting distracted by shiny things while I'm in here looking at fonts, man. What was that? Alright, I got smarter about how I'm looking for this information. That don't look like the right font to me. Alright, anyways, we're gonna find another way to handle this. They're all trying to keep it a secret because it's that fucking easy. You fucking install the font and type the fucking word. If you guys are trying to rip out, you know, like fucking Donald Trump. Man, I cuss a lot. Donald Trump. These people make me mad. Is using Times New Roman. And then what he's doing, as you can see, you see where my mouse is on the left hand side over here, you have your letters. Okay? And if I want to duplicate one of Donald Trump's pieces of merchandise, the MAGA merchandise, the MAGA official, Make America Great Again, I go in here and I stretch the T. I could push the up button. See that? Oh, look at, we're figuring stuff out. This is what we're doing with all the MAGA merchandise. I don't care. Let me get back to living my life. Quit attacking America. How about that? I think this is the spacing between the letters. Yeah. Alright, we need to find a font that's gonna work. Oh, look! Alright, we're gonna go... I think that might be the font. And if that's the font, this is a Windows default. This is a default font. Like, these are the... Not only are these people loser-ass grifters, but they are shitty graphic designers, okay? They put no fucking effort into the work that they're doing, and they're making so much money off of selling this ideology. I'm just examining it. I gotta open in another window on the side here. That's the font that they're using. That is a font that you will not have to pay for. The problem that I have with stuff like this, though, is that if I make this kind of merchandise just because it's making money, am I contributing to that problem? Am I contributing to putting that message out there? I'm gonna be a bigger asshole once I get done with this. Is it the right thing to do? Just because it makes money? I don't think that's gonna make me look good, but I am tired of being broke, so I think I'm gonna shove this one out there and see if I can fucking, like, pay some fucking bills for a minute. And then probably not do it again. Alright, so what's the spacing? This is the correct font. We're gonna squish it. And the best part about this is they don't own copyright to the word freedom. That's probably why we got a massive fucking grift going on. They don't own copyright to the word freedom. I don't think that that will hold up in court if they try to make this argument that this is somehow branding. It's a publicly available font, just like Donald Trump's fucking MAGA bullshit. We need to get this, looking like a circle. I don't know what I'm doing. I got no fucking idea what I'm doing. I'm not a typographer. I don't like doing text. I'm just pushing all the buttons, okay? That's how much these graphic designers that are doing this shit suck. Alright, so that should be good enough with the button pushing in the font window. So then what we're going to do here is we're going to duplicate this layer. And then I need to rasterize it to be able to make additional changes. And then I'm going to hit this button, and I'm going to hit this button, and I'm going to free transform. And I need that O looking like a circle. I would like more space between my letters. That seems about right. No, I think that what happened to this Charlie Kirk guy is disgraceful. I don't support him at all. I don't support the message. But I do support saying that his wife, I think, agreed to have her own husband assassinated for money. And I think that's really fucked up. And so then if all these people are going to grift off of his death, then I'm going to jump right in. Because I think what they're doing is fucked up. And I think this whole thing is fucked up. And I don't support that fucked up bullshit. And a young man lost his life because of that fucked up bullshit. So I'm just gonna make a shirt real quick. Look at this. I give a shit about my integrity. This pisses me off. And they've made it so that nobody's buying things that are not important right now, so You know, I feel like I'm trapped in the political market if I even want to be doing business. You see how long that took me? I mean, besides the fact that I was like fucking around looking for different fonts and not knowing what I'm doing, just pushing buttons. Anywho, let's get some standby music while I get this shirt made. I think I might take a quick smoke break. I don't know how long we've been streaming for. Is there a counter on here? I can make as many of these shirts as I want to. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pushing buttons now. Alright, we're gonna put this over here. Where's my chat box? I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. So yeah, we're gonna take a momentary break. Put up the break screen. That's not a break screen. Alright, that will be our break screen. And we'll play some music while I go out and smoke and take a minute away from this. I'm just gonna take a quick moment to see how these guys are programming their stuff. So it's gonna be 1 more minute. But it is live in my shop now. So I'm putting Murdoch's because they're selling some of this extremist shit. And they're a major chain store. I don't know why this is coming up on my main screen when I try to like talk. It's supposed to be on my other monitor. Oh, but yeah, I gotta make sure that there's no people with colored skin. I mean, you know, the brand that I'm using does support DEI, but you know, we gotta make sure that we put up a certain appearance, right? So the MAGA will buy crap. That's what we do here. That's what we're doing. Because that's what MAGA does.
Yeah, here we go again. My enemies, likes and gifts, such a thrill. Aren't they tired? Christmas again, the same old show. Lights all around, can't escape the glow. Everyone's happy with their fake grins, and I'm here thinking, when does this end? Carols ringing at every corner, like I asked for this in my daily order. Christmas again, what a bore. The same old cake, the same old chore.
I have issues with my microphone. I'm just going to check the status of my mic real quick before I start speaking. I'm having a very interesting time out here dealing with MAGA world. I don't know what other people are experiencing, but this is part of what I'm experiencing. So, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. I don't know what's up with that. That don't look like it's displaying right. Anywho, alright. This one is not mine. This person has, it's in 431 carts. They have sold 2,157. The only thing on this is the word freedom in a font that is available on literally everybody's computer. So, I have made my own. I will say that from where I'm sitting, it certainly looks like this image is pixelated. Yeah, it's pixelated. I'm a graphic designer and I'm critiquing the design work of other designers. So then we will put it side by side with mine. We'll do this another way. I'll split screen it. Where did my screen go? It disappeared. What the hell? I was like resizing it and for some reason it's like not showing up. Alright, who did it better? I mean, at least my picture's not pixelated. And this person has sold 2,157 of these. Dang, bro. I'm fixing to write freedom on everything. I think mine looks better, too. Yeah, I think mine looks more like the actual design that was on Kirkswear in image that was being referenced. But yeah, real nice hoodie. Really good quality. It's an eco hoodie. I put that as made in America because I made it here in America. I'm not gonna be like these other designers. I don't know what they're doing about what they're putting for the material, but these are made out of 100% cotton. It is recycled material, so these are eco-friendly. I prefer to do eco-friendly. I got my brands. I prefer to preserve the environment, so I know what my stuff is made of. I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna harm anybody and put somebody in danger. Other than the fact that I don't support what this group of people stands for. But fuck it, MAGA took my job. I'm broke as hell. I've been locked in a room for like 3 years. If this is what I gotta do to make money, all right. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's gonna happen. And then, as far as the whole point of all of this that is going on here, I'm sure this is going to piss people off. I'm sure of it. I'm going to piss off my own followers. I'm going to piss off my own people. Because nobody's even paying attention to the fact that this is going on. I'm the only one that's like sitting here noticing this and getting mad about it. And then I look like an ass when I try to bring it up. But this is what I'm dealing with as a graphic designer. This is what I'm seeing. I don't even know what country these fucking people are from. It says they're from... The company's name is The Video Bin. Oh, look at the description on this. They put some special shit. Yeah, the phone cases are coming from China, by the way. That's where they're sourced from. I know where these people are getting their shit. I don't believe when these people are putting that the country of manufacture is the United States. There may be a few of them who are using U.S. manufacturers, but I think the vast majority of them are lying. Oh yeah, this motherfucker's having a heyday making Charlie Kirk shirts. 1, 2, 3. Nobody's buying that shit. We're just critiquing. We're out here critiquing. That is a copyright violation. That is a trademark violation. Let me turn off my monitor that we're not using anymore. That right there is a copyright violation. That is a trademark violation. That's illegal. That's a copyright and trademark violation. Copyright and trademark violation. I mean, I do what I can to try and be like original about shit, and I'm done doing that now because it's getting me nowhere. So that's one of the things that I'm looking at when I see people selling this kind of stuff. I thought this was hilarious. It says, this is something that Donald Trump says. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. This was Donald Trump on September 22nd, 2025. That's freaking hilarious. Do I want to give this person my money? I'm not out here trying. I don't want. Well, I mean, it's happening now. It is happening now because I'm trying to prove a point. I was just trying to make like original content, but yeah. Oh, look, everybody's got their Charlie Kirk shirts. How are these ones done? No, not happening. Alright, well, I'm gonna make a Charlie Kirk shirt at some point that says release the Epstein files. Yeah, this person is supporting both sides. But we have a propaganda campaign that is being run by MAGA that has gotten out of control, and because of the fact that it is this out of control, I do wonder if there are people who do not understand the difference between reality and what is really going on. And what I'm seeing is a shit ton of people making a fuck ton of money off of this shit. So, you know, I mean, while I thought that was pretty funny, I'm alright with the fact that this guy's, like, making, like, this very neutral election. I do think we need this kind of stuff out here in general. And I don't necessarily think it's the best thing for the politicians themselves to be... I don't know if it's right or not for them to be using merch. I think that the merchandise has the potential to be another vehicle for fraud when it comes to campaign finance, and I'm kind of concerned that that's something that Trump may have done, considering how much of this shit is out here. And for all that I know, maybe he's got all of these different vehicles and people working under following orders, and that's why we wind up with floods of shit like these fucking Charlie Kirk shirts. They could be bots. It could be a whole organized effort, and it's all actually, it could be all just one operation and then a few grifters here and there. What percentage of these are actually grifters? These are things that I'm looking at. These are things that I'm wondering. But if they have multiple vehicles and it's all going to the same place, then they're pulling in a shit ton of money from this too. That is cringe as fuck, bro. If Charlie Kirk was watching me from above now, would I feel bad for what I'm doing? Absolutely not. I think he'd be cheering me on. So, yeah, we'll see how this is. How many does this have? Like, shopping, like, how much money can I make off of these fucking things? It's fucked up. And then if I wind up getting a bunch of money off of MAGA, I'm trying to get money from MAGA right now. I said fuck it. I said fuck it. While I was sitting here getting pissed off, I decided to say fuck it. Let's see what's going to happen. If I get a bunch of money off of the MAGA people, then I'm going to be laughing at them because I got their money. But is it right? Is it ethical? That is the question. That is the whole point of this video, to expose what they're doing and prove a point. Is what I am doing right now, by jumping in on the grift, as somebody who completely opposes these things that these people stand for, is it ethical? Is it the right thing to do? And should I be doing it? And if I was in college and this was ethics class, that is a discussion we would likely be having. So while I understand rhetoric and all of that bullshit, debate is a real thing. And ethics in business especially, I think is something that people need to have more concern about and discuss a little bit more and talk about openly. Because from what I see, there's a shit ton of graphic designers out here just going hog wild, not giving a fuck who they hurt. And breaking the shit out of the law. And that looks like fucking shit right there. It is pixelated as hell. So for purposes of political criticism, I can do what I'm doing legally. So if any of you fuckers want to get pissed off, have fun. This shit's fucking hilarious. I mean, on the one hand, I feel like we need to make things more entertaining and fun and engaging. But I also think that calling for violence and war against your fellow American is unethical, and the reason that people are doing this is just ridiculous. But I do think it has a negative impact on society. And I would like to see some more neutral, friendly, inclusive, patriotic stuff. And less hate material. But I'm still going to come out here making this kind of shit that MAGA's making, because somebody's got to counterbalance, somebody's got to balance the scales. And I want to see if I get a reaction. How do you feel when it's done to you? That's what I want to know. Because things like calling Americans criminals, you know, I mean, Trump is a criminal. But I'm looking for this hat. It says Democrats are criminals. That's very broad. That's a broad generalization. Right here it says liberals are criminals. This guy fucking pisses me off too. This is what it's like to be a graphic designer, okay? I'm out here. These are the people I'm bumping into on my turf. That pissed me off. So I had to make my own hat. Right back at you, motherfuckers. Mine's better anyways. I'm just better. I'm just a better artist. Look at how much better it is. It's so much nicer. And you know what? MAGA can disappear at any time. MAGA can be completely gone. It's a fad. It's a trend. It was made into a trend by a sleazebag. I don't know if we can just get rid of the Democratic Party and be something else. I don't like the donkey. I don't think that helps anything. We just like rebrand. Let's be lions or something. I don't know. The lions are from Africa. Let's take the eagle. Let's be real assholes and start a whole new party, and our party will have the eagle as its animal, and then it'll be the elephant versus the eagle, and then everybody will want to be the eagle because the eagles are cooler. I think I've made my point. I just wanted to take some time to critique some of these MAGA graphic design bullshits that I'm seeing on the internet. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I'm such a lazy asshole. I want to do cool shit, but I'm not all that greatly skilled. Okay, we'll cue up the music and say goodbye now. I didn't even have my desktop audio on, dude. Fuck. You get the point, yeah? Alright, we'll do it one more time to be all theatrical with my noob ass sucking at what I do and being disorganized. Goodbye.